we could just start a podcast. We could just do a podcast.
Yeah, podcast of us yelling about fucking Paper Mario.
Eamon plays Paper Mario Part 1 of 75.
Riley would have a Let's Play channel, no question.
Lol. I don't know if you ever watched the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series stuff, but they literally did that where in character they did LPs.
That's right! Oh my god, I forgot.
I need to inform you all of something important I have just realized about myself and Brimstone. Brimstone absolutely has the Dan Avidan, my thumbs are fucked up so I can't play most games thing.
Yeah.
Alright, I am ready when you guys are, and this is kind of an important episode.
How's your laptop doing, Shelbs?
I'm all good. I'm good to go.
Good to
Hey,
go?
Katie, you wanna get in the Roll20, Katie?
Oh, yeah! Yes.
So you can
I'll
hear
do
the
that.
good music and see the good pictures?
Yeah, I want to see those good pictures.
Leanne, you want to invite Craig?
Right. How do I invite Craig?
It's colon
yeah,
Craig.
that guy.
It's colon Craig, colon, and then join.
Now recording.
Hey, Craig!
Ugh.
There.
Everybody loves Craig.
You Craig Stam.
Craig.
Alright,
And your Craig Stam.
Katie, get in here.
I'm getting!
She's gotta get
It's
it.
loading. It's
down.
fucking taking its time, so you guys go on ahead.
I'm sorry, Katie.
It's all good.
Alright. I should probably put my boy on this, I need to get a new token for him.
Yeah. It's not really essential for the tokens right now, but you can at least look at the nice background.
Yeah, that's a good background.
I still want to get a new token for him.
Yeah.
That one's outdated.
Very.
Alright, are we all ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute so Leanne can do the recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so, last time on Horrible D&D Time, our travelers found themselves in a storage closet in the remains of a crumbling keep, after being teleported there from the other world of Shaladar. Upon their landing, they discovered their friend Theo was missing, and in front of them was a blue-skinned tiefling in red robes. Zelphine recognized the symbol sewn onto his robes as that of the people that hired her to capture Riley. Things were tense until the newcomer, one Perseverance Silverton, aka Percy, recognized Riley and told the group that he was actually a city watchman on a sting operation to discover what the Blade Brotherhood was up to. He gave a very few answers, but he did give them an address in Waterdeep, and proceeded to attempt to distract the Brotherhood members he was investigating so that our crew could escape. That plan quickly got thrown out the window, though, as many things do around here, when long-dead spirits appeared and attacked both parties. By the end, only our party and the Watchman remained. He told them to run, and he would report back to the Brotherhood with the intent of obfuscating their trail. He again begged Riley to go to the address, and that her brother was looking for her. So the group left the keep, finding themselves northeast of Waterdeep, north of the forest Zelphine grew up in as a teen. As such, she knew the way to the village nearby and led the way. Tired and distraught, the group walked the path in relative silence for about 45 minutes. It took to get to the village. Brimstone attempted to comfort their were-raven friend Lucas over the loss of Theo, but he became distant and didn't respond. The young Olive, who started the trek in her bird form, eventually turned back into her human form and wandered alongside the group. Observant eyes would catch her taking quick glances at Zelphine and Lucas, with a nervousness to her. As they reached the village, Zelphine remembered from her childhood, they were first met with several carnival tents that were set up outside the sleepy fishing village. Half-elves were juggling and gnomes were breathing fire. General chatter and excitement lit up around this circus. As they approached, however, they spotted two figures in the distance. One, a woman with tan skin and long black hair that is dotted with hundreds of star decorations, dressed in a long blue dress. The second, an armored paladin with a familiar face that greeted them all warmly. Eamon the Bloodied had returned.
Hi guys, is Ian's computer? Is okay?
Yeah, can
alright.
you hear me okay? Am I
Yeah, we
am
can
I
hear
all
you.
right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, you're
back.
good.
We had some
Okay.
tech difficulties in the middle of that.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see.
Yeah, so many tech difficulties.
It's all
We're
good.
gonna
I
make
was-
this episode happen, though.
I was
All
gonna
right.
let you finish the recap and then say something, but he's back now.
Yeah. I am
We're
back.
good.
It's group
Good.
hug time. Everybody's hugging. It's all great. Eamon's
Hell
back.
yeah.
Everything's
Good
okay
hugs.
in the world.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Zelphine is participating in the group hug, correct?
She is. And not in the
So
like
happy.
you dragged her into this, so she's in the like huddled mass kind of way. She's doing a hug.
So,
Can I look? Actually, this might be a good opportunity for Dan to say. Brim wants to look Eamon up and down and see how the man looks. How does he fare from his time in Barovia? What's his face looking like? Has he got his helmet? And tell me the deets.
so Eamon has a brand new helmet. I think I gave the description last time. It's like this. It's got this sort of wing motif with wings flared back, and it is absolutely covered in gems. He's also wearing what looks to be some brand new full plate armor. It looks absolutely impeccable. Like completely spotless. You think it might be magically enchanted or something.
I mean,
His-
Brim might not think that. I might think that.
He does have another scar on his face, or at least the one that it was on his eye before now looks to be a lot deeper and a lot longer. And he's got his hair has grown out considerably. It's now just below his ears, and he's got this short, thick beard. But you know what? He looks as though he's a lot. He seems happy enough, probably because he won. He wouldn't be happy if he had lost.
Okay, quick question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. That'd be an invasion of his privacy. I'm going to ask him that later.
Wait, his dick?
No, listen. I was going to ask to give him a sniff, but I feel like that would be an invasion of his privacy.
Okay.
Why do you want to sniff him?
Just to see if he got turned into a vampire. I don't know.
You'll note that it is twilight right now, so there's still a bit of sun in the sky. If he was a vampire, he would have been burst into flames.
Mm-hmm.
Sniff with consent.
And in case you're wondering, can you see this? This is what the woman standing next to him looks like.
Is it? Hold on.
It's deep.
Oh, I forgot there was a woman standing next to me.
Yeah.
She just
I
popped
will
out
I
of
pressed
your
the
face.
show to players button, but I'm not sure if it worked because it doesn't give
I
me any
cannot
feedback.
see.
It doesn't give me any
Buddy.
feedback.
It's a ghost. Eamon brought back
Just
a
a
ghost.
second. Haha. Save changes.
My friend,
Show to
Beauregard.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh,
There.
oh, I love her. Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
love-
I think I had to
yeah.
add it all to your stuff, and then it would show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
pretty.
look, Eamon. You look fantastic for someone who spent an equal amount of time as we have been somewhere else in Barovia.
Wait, how? No, you know what? It's Wait, you were in the SERP. Where were you for 2 years?
2
I don't
years? What are you talking about? Is that why you've got this whole rug on your face? And she's gonna start messing with his beard.
No, we were there for no more than a month at most. Not even.
Yeah.
It was a week and a half, you hear from down below.
Nah, you see, I was there for 2 years.
Wow.
We rebuilt Argenschwolz and the windmill and built some walls and some roads, developed like a whole tax system.
Wow. That's a lot, man.
You
I
hear,
think-
like, from beside Amond, oh, hello. Are you friends of Amond?
say best of friends.
I mean,
would you all like to have a place to sit down and discuss things? She's very airy and floaty, and like she's not making eye contact with you. She's like looking above you as she talks.
I mean, I'd say best of friends, but it sounds like we haven't spent nearly as long of a time with Damon as you probably have.
Oh, I haven't spent that much time with him. I just met him on the road and took him here. This is my carnival.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
what
we had a bit of a live fast, die young policy when we were rolling with Amond.
Oh. Well, come this way. I'll get you a tent, and then you can sit and have some dinner or something. And she kind of looks you up and down for a second and goes, You all eat, right? Yeah.
I eat.
They all eat, Sylvia. Thank you.
Riley photosynthesizes sometimes.
Oh, that's delightful. And yeah, she leads you over to a very ornate looking tent with all like patterns in gold and purple, and she lifts the flap, and inside are lots of cushions and drinks, and like there's no furniture, but there's like cushions all over the place.
Riley just kind of like whispers to Eamon, like, "Who's the cutie?"
That would be Sylvia. Believe me, I've tried, but I don't think she's capable of picking up on flirting.
Black.
Yeah, Eamon, you would know Sylvia Starlight is the ringmaster of the Starlight Carnival, and she came into Barovia near the end of your stay and broke through the barriers containing the worlds to take you, Raj, and Gears home through various places. And yeah, she's a bit spacey and doesn't quite seem to get things all the time, but she seems pleasant enough. And yeah, she leads you in and brings you over like a plate of really misshapen looking cookies and a little pot of tea that smells a little bit funny.
I'm gonna give that a sniff. I guess now's the time to sanguine scent. What all am I sniffing?
As you take a big sniff, you're doing it to try and smell the food at first, but you're immediately caught by the scent of Sylvia not smelling like a human at all.
Well, of course.
You get the sense that it smells a bit like a dragon. But not one you've ever smelled before.
That Sylvia smells like a dragon?
She does.
So Brimstone shits himself quietly. No, Brimstone will continue acting as though nothing is wrong, doing his best to do so.
Pulling the all right.
I'm just to basically imagine him, slowly with his hand shaking, taking the teacup to his lips and then putting it back down.
Yeah, and it tastes fine. It just has this weird smell to it that you've never quite placed. You've never quite smelled something like this tea before. It tastes fine.
Miss Silverlight, what's that? What is in this? I'm detecting a weird scent.
It's probably the dried leaves of the cosmic tree of the universe.
Is that like a drug, or...?
Oh no, it's a great tree that is at the center of the universe. All of its branches connect all of the worlds that we travel across.
Do I have any idea what she's saying?
She had spoken of this great tree before when she had taken you from Barovia, saying that she travels through the tree to get to different worlds using certain keys. But it doesn't quite make sense when she explained it to you the first time.
Can I maybe history check to see if anybody in my village ever talked about that kind of mystic babble?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh god, I gotta pull up my character sheet. Hopefully nothing breaks.
Selphine is not drinking this tea, by the way.
Brimstone is going. Yeah, Brim's gonna
That's
have a
valid.
sip and then stop. He's going to have a sip and then be done with that.
Yeah,
Riley's
Eamon.
gonna
Eamon,
Oh, sorry. Go for
Eamon
it.
will drink it because he's had before. I'm assuming.
Yeah, and you know that it has a pleasant, warm sensation when you drink from it.
Riley's
15.
chugging this tea for sure.
So, I brought you guys presents.
Hold on, I got the 14 on that check.
Okay. From that, it doesn't sound like anything you remember from your childhood. You do vaguely recall Raj talking about cosmic dragons going through space. And that sounds kind of like this.
Brim's gonna say quietly under his breath, "Damn, Raj, you really know how to pick them." Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Present time for Amy.
Yeah, and in the background, she flops down on a pile of pillows and curls up kind of like a dragon and watches you. Doesn't quite understand how human bodies are supposed to work.
Oh, she's definitely a dragon, isn't she? Like a full-on shape-shifted dragon.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking
Love
like
her,
maybe
though.
draconic
We don't
sorcerer.
know that, though.
but,
You don't know that.
Only Brimstone knows that.
Yeah.
Well,
We
Sylvia
just
has.
strange cat person.
Yeah, Eamon just
Sylvia
thinks
has-
that she's weird, and that's about it.
But yeah, no, Sylvia's been great to travel with. She does a very good job guarding all of our treasure. She loves spicy food.
You said the
Um,
word present.
So, are we privately in a tent?
Yeah, and the only other person there is Sylvia, and she will leave if you ask her to, but right now
She
she's
can
just...
stay. I trust her. So, look, turns out Strahd had a lot of fucking treasure. Just, the most treasure you can possibly imagine. And
I don't know, I mean, we're rolling in it. Ever since our week and a half in Serpent Isles,
there
we've
were
come across a lot of treasure.
262,000 gold pieces of treasure.
I don't know, Zelphine, does that come close to what we got?
I don't know. I cheated at a lot of cards, and I won a whole, whopping 125.
Yeah, I got a cool 700 out of being a masked wrestler.
On
Well-
beads.
I did split that with, and then she kind of goes quiet.
With who exactly?
Leanne? Sorry, I'm just telling you we're taking
Oh,
you
with
to the
Theo.
hospital now, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think probably if we wanted to chop it there quicker or whatever, but Shelb said, Zelphine said with Theo.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Stacy came in and spoke to me just as...
What happened to Theo?
That's a good question, isn't it?
I
We
think.
don't know. We got separated when we teleported here.
I think we probably want to hear what happened with you, and then maybe we'll tell you what happened with us afterwards.
It's a long story. Well, first and
Yeah.
foremost, I found this cool helmet. But I do have gifts for all of you. And I think I should give you your gift first, Brimstone.
Oh yeah?
Eamon is going to pull out a
An orchestra, apparently.
sorry, that was my phone ringtone. I'm
That
going to
was-
tell my mom I can't talk right now.
That was a lot of fanfare. I'm excited about this gift again.
Yeah. Woo.
So Eamon's gonna pull out a book, and at first glance, it actually looks like basically a fitness book. It's got a pic. I don't know what would be on it, but it seems to have if Brimstone opens it, it's got a lot of health and diet tips.
Dan, are you attempting to fix my boy's terrible stats? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm attempting to fix your boy's terrible stats. This is a manual of bodily health.
Brimstone wants it. Ian doesn't.
You gotta play
I gotta
your
ride the wave.
character.
Yeah.
It would be rude to get rid of a gift.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can
No.
get it back if you want. I'd love to have 18 Constitution, but if you want to get your
No, are you kidding me? My grandmother was a hag. I know that. I know the shit that happens when you don't accept a gift.
all right.
Brim will graciously accept the book and say, "Well, Eamon, this is quite something, I think."
Yep. Make sure to add it to your sheet out of character. Because I'm removing it from mine.
2 things really quickly. One, just a genuine question. Can Brim read it?
He can read common.
Can he read common? Okay, I couldn't remember where everyone was on that.
Yeah, he can read common. He just he can't read common spectacularly well.
I think
Okay.
he's learning is where we were on.
Yeah, he
I'm-
was learning, so I think for game reasons, he would probably take twice as long to read the book. Just because he started the game illiterate.
He'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to interrupt with real quick before we move on with gifts. What are Olive and Lucas doing right now?
Olive is sitting on the floor eating the weird-looking cookies, and she is glancing again between Zelphine and Lucas with a slightly distressed look on her face. And Lucas has kind of quietly sat and listened to this. He's got a slightly distant look in his face, but he's got a small smile now that Eamon's here. But it's it's a sad smile.
Oh.
Okay. For now, Zelphine's just gonna take her blanket out of her bag of holding, and she's gonna kind of in a real silly fashion, just kind of dramatically drape it over Olive.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry,
Hello.
you died again.
Oh no!
Whoops.
Well, I missed everything after Leanne saying I was learning it.
I wondered why you didn't comment on. I said I think Brim started the game illiterate.
He started the game mostly illiterate in common. He was enough that he could get by, but not beyond that.
Yeah.
So
I was saying,
I'm gonna worry about futzing with my sheet later.
Yeah, because I think you need to take time to read the book.
Yes.
And I was saying I think it would take him twice the time because he's a slow reader right now.
I mean, yeah, that's totally fine.
And yes, and then back to what Shelbs was doing. Blanket.
Yeah. We just had the quick update on Olive and Lucas, what they were up to. Lucas is just sitting and listening. He's got a little bit of a small smile now because Eamon's around. Olive's eating the cookies, and she's still doing the kind of looking back and forth between Lucas and Zelphine, and looks pretty distressed. So for now, Zelphine pulled her blanket out of her bag of holding and just kind of made a show of in a very silly and dramatic way, kind of draping the blanket over Olive and saying, "Hey, cheer up! It's present time. Come here." And she's gonna pick her up and sit her up in her lap where she can get to the table a little better. And then she'll just kind of look at Eamon and go, "What's next?"
Well, I've got a special present for you, Olive. And then he's going to pull out the doll that Olive gave Eamon earlier.
Stop.
But now it has a little tiny sword and shield and cape. And he's gonna give it to Olive and say, "You see, this doll helped me beat Rahadin and Azalin, so now this doll is a paladin."
You beat Aslan?
Well, I had a little help from some friends.
And she takes the doll and digs into her little dress and pulls out her Miss Zelphine doll with its white hair, but the eyes are the wrong color. And she said, "Now we got 2 and they can be friends." And she's kind of has them bouncing up and down.
Aww.
And they're mock talking to each other.
Does she think the paladin
Yeah.
one is Damon?
Yeah.
It is now.
Oy. I should have put some hair on it then.
Quickly, while Eamon continues with the rest of the gifts, Brim is going to seek out. He's going to seek out a way to, whether there's like a soup pot in here. He's going to find the means to create like a set up his soup pot and get ingredients for that.
Okay,
Just start preparing that wherever he would need to.
In like the corner, there's a pile of pots, so you just have to pick one that's the right size.
Oh no, I got some culinary supplies when we were in the Super Nile, so I've got like the pot. I just need like a fireplace in a place that won't like
burn down
cover
the tent.
burn out the tent.
This is kind of like a big fancy tent, so there's like a little fire pit area over to the side that has like ventilation out.
Okay, yeah, I will start preparing that stuff.
I might give the rest of the gifts out now.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get that ready for when you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then Eamon is going to go over to Riley, and he's going to pull out a bunch of, basically just these beautiful silks, and then lastly, just a beautiful sari, like a S-A-R-I. He's gonna hand it all to Riley and say, "We did a lot of traveling and found some very beautiful textiles and lovely little garb that I think you'll enjoy."
Ooh. She like has those grabby hands. Like I'm just feeling the material. Like, oh my god, these are amazing. Ooh, thank you.
And you know what? It's my pleasure. And honestly, whenever I was feeling down in Barovia, I asked myself, what would Riley say? And then I laughed. Because you can always cheer me up.
Aw, you big softy. And then she like does a light punch on his shoulder.
He's wearing full plate now, so
yeah, there's this goes,
there's this ding, and your like knuckles are a little bit bruised now.
Her eyes tear up like.
So then he's going to turn to Zelphine and say, Zelphine, I got you a bit of a special gift. And I need you to promise me that you're not gonna... You gotta be careful with this one.
I'm not going to sell your gift, Eamon. That would be
I don't care if
tacky.
you sell it. Well, I mean, I do care if you sell it, but like, that's not what I mean. And then he's going to pull out... 1 second, I gotta find the physical description for this thing.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
I don't like that.
Don't worry, it's good. It's good. It's a good thing.
He's going to pull out a small short sword with jewels in the hilt and hand it to Zelphine. And it is shimmering. It's got this beautiful, almost golden-like hilt. It is a short sword, correct?
I think so.
I don't know for sure. Could be a rapier. I don't know. But he's going to hand it to her and say, "Do you know what a luck blade is?"
You didn't, Dan.
Oh my god.
You guys,
you know
you guys
what a
know
luck
so much.
blade is?
That was all Shelbs. Zelphine's just gonna kind of stare at him like, a blade that's lucky? I don't...
It's a blade that can grant wishes, Zelphine. You got one wish. Do not waste it. And preferably, unless there's some horrible thing going on, talk to us before you use it.
Also, it allows you to re-roll an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yeah.
Zelphine's just kind of gonna stare at him for a second, like, what do you mean, wish? Like, oh, okay, if you're gonna hand me this, like, crazy magical thing, I need some, like, guidelines. I don't know how this works. Like, am I gonna just accidentally one day say the words "I wish" followed by the words "I had a sandwich" and then like blow this thing? What?
God damn it!
She didn't say she did. Listen, she said it in context. She didn't actually say, "I wish I had a sandwich."
She was
have
very
to mean
careful
it.
about that.
You have to mean it.
You see a sandwich start to be pushed across the table and in front of you, and Sylvia's on the other side of the sandwich going, "You want anything else?"
Oh, thank you, Sylvia.
Brim's gonna lean over from where he's like preparing the pot and go, "You mean like a genie's wish, like those?"
Eamon, if there's a genie in this sword, you have to tell me because I don't want it.
It's not a genie, although I admit the wish spell can be rather genie-like. You have to be very careful with how you word your wishes, and you can't wish for anything too crazy.
Okay, cool, because I don't fucks with genies. Like, I've
It's
heard
no
some horror
genies!
stories.
Oh my god. Do you do this every time someone gives you a present?
Yeah.
Eamon, you know how I feel about magic. I appreciate this greatly. It also terrifies me.
You know what? That's good enough for me. I'll be honest, Lucas. I wasn't sure that you were gonna be... He's gonna sort of stammer a bit and say, look, Strahd stole a lot from the people of Barovia, and I brought you your share. And then Eamon is going to pull out 50 platinum pieces and in a small bag and hand it to Lucas.
He, like, looks at the bag for a second, and then he just puts it on the ground and, like, pushes it aside a bit, and then, like, pulls you into a hug and starts crying on your chest, going, I don't need that, but I'm just happy to see you're okay.
I'm fine, Lucas. And for the record, so's your mother.
That's good. That's good. I should have said goodbye before we left. I didn't.
Well, I think you'll have a chance to see her again. I hope Brimstone isn't mad at me for this, but I may have given...
What, Eamon?
I may have given the Order of the Moon and Lucas's mother some directions to Devil's Aegis.
Eamon, that's exactly what I would have wanted you to do.
Awesome!
Eamon, that Brim's gonna, if I can, come back with like a small pot of some soup, just something simple that I could prepare.
Cool.
He's gonna set it down with everybody. Eamon, that town was nothing up until like it didn't even cross my mind that it could be anything except just hurt until Lucas's mom needed a place to stay. I mean, I'll have to go sometime, obviously, because I've got some questions about the moon and whatnot, but yeah, that's great. I'm gonna distribute some soup if everybody's okay with that.
That would be lovely.
Hell yeah, soup time.
I'm gonna go around and give everybody a small bowl. Nothing big. This is more of a formality than anything else.
Yeah.
It's more just like a small meal.
Small soup.
Mm-hmm. For ease of eating the soup, Selphine will remove Olive from her lap and just kind of like set her next to her, like in a chair or bench or however it's set up.
Yeah, it's basically all pillows on the floor with like the table is like really a low sitting table.
Okay, yeah. She'll set her on a pillow next to her then, and then she's gonna kind of look over at her like, I know it's been a lot today, as most days with us are, but
She kind of.
I mean, you can talk about it if you think that's gonna help.
She kind of has like a kind of funny look on her face. She almost like frowns and stands up on the pillow and like leans close into your ear and goes, Will you and Lucas be mad at me?
Well, first off, no. no, regardless of what this, second question yields. But, second question, for what?
I saw a dream where Theo went away, and I didn't tell anybody because I was afraid it would make everyone sad.
I see. Well, I stand by what I said. I'm certainly not mad, and I don't think your brother would be either. These dreams that you have, they're clearly very powerful, and it's a lot more responsibility than any kid should have to deal with, honestly. And I can't tell you what to do with them, but I don't think it's your job right now to try to do anything with them. I don't think you need to try to, watch what happens in every one of them and try to tell someone and, like, impact them in any way or try to change what happens. I don't think it works that way entirely. That we even could if we tried. So I want you to try not to get too upset about your dreams and what you do or do not share from them. It's kind of a big deal, and maybe you'll learn a little bit more as you get older, but you're a kid right now, and like I said, even if we had known about the dream, I don't know if there's anything that we could or would have done differently.
Yeah.
She gives like a little nod and like hugs you around the neck if you let her.
Oh, she'll let her, and she'll kind of like awkwardly hug her back.
And look, sorry, was this conversation like audible to the rest of us?
I figured it was whispered.
Yeah, it was kind of whispered. She didn't want Lucas to hear, and like Lucas is like currently talking to Amond. While that's like happening over there, he's like crying and saying how I wanted you to be the best
buddy.
man at my wedding, and you weren't there, and it
got
just happened so
married?
fast. It happened really fast. It was a couple hours ago.
Brim is, at this point, going to stand up after giving everybody the soup. Kind of Clear stood awkwardly. Once again, we find ourselves at a less than full table. I'm not good at speeches or anything, but a great friend and a great man is missing from our table today. But a great friend and a great man has returned to it. So while we
Shucks.
will while we mourn the seat left vacant and the bowl left full, life goes on, and we have just as much to be thankful for as we have to be sorry for. Amond is back, and after what sounds like a much longer journey than we had, and I don't know about... I understand if this isn't everybody else's. If they don't feel in the way personally responsible for him getting caught up in it with us, but with what happened at the end in the shotgun wedding we did.
The what
I
now
pro-
wedding?
Don't worry about it. Lucas, I promise.
It's a
I
shotgun.
promise. If it takes me until the end of my days, I'll help you find him again. You deserve that. That's all I really had to say. Oh, also, Eamon, he pulls out a kind of beaten up, clearly as though it's been slightly used. It's not really been, it's been kept up as best as he could, but we were recently in a fight that he employed it in, if I recall, so it's a little bit bloody still. Do you want this back?
His hammer.
His hammer. It's a little bit dinged up. I had to pound a few nails in.
You can keep it, buddy. I'll be honest with you, between you and me, that hammer is really of no sentimental value whatsoever. I bought it at a hammer store, like, 4 years ago.
Oh. He just starts laughing. He throws his head back and starts laughing.
I know, right? You guys all, everyone seems to think for some reason there's a story behind every single weapon. Not so. The stories you make with weapons, you don't have stories behind weapons. Most people make stories with weapons.
I mean, mine I pulled off of a guard. That spear.
Glepnir?
I can't believe I remember the name. Yeah.
How could I not? You had a whole dramatic scene where you stuck it in the ground and then left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a good thing we did not use that for Rahadin's head. Would have kind of ruined the symbolism.
Was that an option?
I mean, I could have used Glepnir for Rahadin's head, but I did not.
You would have had to
Olive, by
go
the way,
find
cover
it
your
in the
ears.
woods.
Yeah, I thought my impression was that was lost.
Yeah, like,
well, so-
it would take a while to go find it again. It's in the woods. You don't know if it's still there.
You know what we did find in the woods is a magic wizard man.
You know, that sounds like a lie, but I believe you.
Magic
So-
man!
So get this, he was running around, he had turned himself into a deer. And then we found him. And we
Like
turned him-
temporarily, or like he was just a deer? Like his whole situation was deer?
It's really hard for me to say. I'm an 8th level paladin, that guy's probably a 20th level wizard.
Just
He's on some-
yeah, just if you were to guess at it.
Yeah.
I don't know what those words mean.
He's like way above my level. He's like 12 levels above my level. He's on some weird ass triple wizard shit. I don't know how to explain it.
Is that the official title? I was 20 level wizard years on some weird ass triple wizard shit.
Yeah, and Brimstone, you can recall briefly that one night when you were wandering around the outskirts of Vallaki, you did see a very strange deer that approached you and then ran
Oh, son
off.
of a goddamn bitch! That's what that was.
Apparently,
Well, fuck. We could have used that asshole when we were fighting Strahd.
I mean, we used him while we were fighting a Zaylin, so, you know, it all worked out.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the whole story, or do you want to just... Because I can.
I think we probably are. I mean, that's... You know, you weren't here for it. That's what these kinds of soup nights are for, Eamon, is telling stories.
Well,
I get the sense we got a long one.
oh, you sure as hell do. Do you want the song or the regular version?
Did you write a song?
I did write a song.
Did Eamon write the song or did Dan write the song?
Eamon wrote the song. But also Dan wrote the song.
I was waiting for it. You know, I think I'm down for a song if y'all are.
Hell yeah.
No, why not?
There lived a
Play
certain
away.
elf in the Barovian myths. He was cruel and mean and perpetually pissed.
Oh my
And when
God.
he stormed our towns, most people ran and cried, but a select few said this traitor needs to die. Met a deacon who made deformed creatures warp their flesh against their will. But there was one, my primary target, I wanted to kill. Rah, rah, Rahadin, former Dreadlord ruler's hand. There was a guy who wanted us dead. Rah, rah, Rahadin, scourge upon forsaken lands. I swore one day that I'd have his head.
So, considering none of the characters have heard,
By the way,
Rasputin,
Amond is playing the lute right now.
yeah.
Totally original song by Eamon.
Completely original song by Amond.
I mean, Brim probably gets into it. He probably jams a little bit to this tune.
Oh, Deb. Riley's
Luckily,
talking.
Zilphine does not.
Yeah.
Eamon, take your next level in
Not.
Bard. Just do it. Just take your next level in Bard, Eamon.
I could sing the whole song, but then we'd be here for a while.
Y'all keep using these words, and I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean Bard. Like Lucas is a Bard.
But level? What do you...
Bird.
Look, my mom, when I was in Barovia, taught me how to play the lute, and I'm gonna be damned if I let those skills go to waste. But to tell the short version, we encountered a weird celestial type guy who was creating these Frankensteins out of medical patients, which I did not appreciate. Well, he was torn to bits by his own creations, which, quite honestly, not saying he got what was coming to him, but he got what was coming to him. Shortly thereafter, something similar did happen. Well, you remember Baba Lysaga and her giant walking hut?
Intimately.
Kind of look at Zelphine. Ambushed her, killed her.
Cool, she deserved it for stepping on me with her house.
We also got rid of the house.
Nice.
You didn't bring it with you?
We did not bring it with us. We gave the crystal back, and I'm pretty sure we burned the house, although I don't entirely remember.
Hey, what happened with those other hags in that mill?
I'm getting to that. So, shortly thereafter, we were going to investigate that tower, the mysterious tower, and it turns out that was where Van Richten was keeping all of his research.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah, well, as much of a bitch as he was quite helpful. We managed to convince him to help us deal with Azalin, and he was able to discover that Azalin's phylactery was some kind of gold dragon skull. And he also...
Azalin. I don't think you mentioned who Azalin was.
Azalin is a lich who tried to conquer Barovia after Strahd was killed. Not successfully, mind you. This did not go well for him. We beat him. So...
Just imagining Aaron sitting there going, we beat him. Yep.
Yeah,
And I was like, just kind of ended kind of flatly.
you hear from Olive, I had dreams about Aslan trying to attack Barovia, and they were always really scary. There's lots of skeletons, and they were smashed against vampires, and there was lots of smashing.
Well, I'm getting to that. But, first we had to storm the castle of Ravenloft, and though we were successful in doing so, sadly, Davian Mardukov, that grumpy old raven man, did not make it through the attack. And Rahadin did manage to escape after cutting out one of my fucking eyes.
Wait. I don't... I might have missed that last time. Carry on.
Yeah. So, Rahadin did cut out one of my eyes, but Amon's going to take off his gauntlet. I found this magic ring, which helped me grow it back. which is pretty cool.
How magic works. You find a ring and grow back an eye.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works either, but
Don't
I'm
think
not
too
going to
hard
complain.
about it.
Don't
that's
look a
gross.
gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Or in the eye.
Very funny.
Pop Davian died?
I thought so.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
He was really grumpy and didn't really like Dad Marikov, but, you know, he was nice to me when he came to visit. That's
He was a
really
very
sad.
good person, and he died very honorably. Nobody lives forever, Olive.
Yeah, like Lucas kind of is picking up all of it this time, and like kind of like puts her head on his chest and rubs her hair.
That was not easy, but me and my mother, we managed to rally the Vistani to our side, and that helped us take over Castle Ravenloft. It wasn't easy. You know what my uncles are, but we managed.
Yeah, I'm guessing the rest of that castle was about the same gamut of bullshit that we went through, right?
Well, you see, after we beat Rahadin, it was pretty easy to clear out the castle with an entire army. Because,
yeah.
You know, like, at a
Versus-
certain point, it's a numbers game, you know.
Yeah, versus 4, what were we? We
7, I think.
No, we were like 5. We were low. No, 6 at that point?
We were not many.
We were just a ragtag group of
I was talking about like
people.
character level, out of character. I think we were level 6, right?
Yeah, you guys were like level 6, and there was you 4, Theo, who was about your level, and Lucas, who is I can't figure him out because he's just stuff piled on stuff top of stuff, and Irina was there, who had
Also, Irina was there. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Surprised we fucking beat Strahd. That still is a shock to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't easy.
Definitely
None
wasn't,
of
but-
this was easy. Nothing is easy, guys. But we managed. And after we took over Castle Ravenloft, we had a base of operations to work with, and that's where we found all the gifts I got you. Well, except the one I got for Riley. I bought that at a market afterwards, but anyways,
Yeah, you guys missed a lot of cool stuff in Castle Ravenloft.
yeah.
We kind of did. We're just like we're done with this fool.
No, that's fair, honestly. So, I did actually encounter the Order of the Moon, and they were attacked by undead, but I managed to help them out. And I gave them directions to Devil's Aegis and whatnot, but they left after that, and I guess after that...
The Order of the Moon? Or were there any losses amongst the Order of the Moon? Were they all fine, or...
I don't remember. It was all happening so quickly. So, after that, we found Mordenkainen, the wizard. You might have heard of him. And he reactivated an old clay golem that was in that tower that Rahadin was using for his research. And then, shortly thereafter, Azalan sent his demands to us. He wanted to become the new Dreadlord of Barovia. And, you can imagine, we were not having that shit. So,
I mean, yeah, it'd be quite out of character for you to fucking just bow down to a tyrant like that.
especially not a lich. And so, for the first time, I led an army. And let me tell you, that battle could not have gone better. I don't think I could be any prouder of the soldiers that we fought with and that we died alongside, but quite frankly, we took a lot fewer losses than I'd expected. And between the golem and Mordenkainen and this helmet, and then he's gonna bop his helmet, which apparently melts undead if you just like stand near them, which is pretty cool.
Sick.
I really like that.
Brim is going to lean over to Zelfine and go, "Remind me to never become undead."
Were you
I can turn it
planning on
off,
it?
I think.
No, but Zelfine, we come across a lot of weird bullshit.
That's fair. I was just given a fucking genie sword that I'm still
Yeah.
not over, by the way.
It's not a okay.
It makes
Has
a
it
wish
on
to
and off
genie
switch?
sword.
Sorry.
So after that, we managed to defeat Azalin and Rahadin as well. I did that myself, and the hags were torn apart by an angry mob, which they deserved because they did eat a lot of children. Cover your ears, Olive, or don't. I think you've seen enough at this point. I don't know if there's anything I can protect you from. You're quite strong of character.
Uh-huh.
And after that, we had...
Oh my god, this poor child.
I've seen shit.
Do not swear, Olive.
The basest, most horrible forms of humanity laid bare before my child eyes. I've seen the depths of the mortal soul.
If Olive really does say shit, Zelfine was finally had gotten the better of her, that she had tea in front of her that she wasn't drinking, so she'd picked up the cup to take a sip and then just kind of snorted and inhaled it and coughed and sets the cup back down.
Yep.
Oh, good. Good.
And Lucas squeezes her a little bit. No, do not, no, we should not use language like that. Theo used to, and he just kind of stops, and she stops and goes, sorry.
So after that, we had to, I talked to Madame Ava, who, by the way, is my grandma, I think. Great, so on, grandmother. That's a thing.
Wow.
I was pretty surprised when I heard that. And, turns out the only way to stop the Curse of Strahd is to pick a new Lord of Barovia. And, I mean, I couldn't really think of a better one to pick than Irina. So, she swore an oath on Old Yester Hill, and swore a second oath that I came up with. Well, not that I came up with, that I was given when I first took my paladin oath. And I gave her the Sun Sword, and she shed her blood upon the land, and I guess her soul is now tied to it. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I think she'll be okay. She has Sergei to help her. Yeah.
Not to say that that's not amazing and incredible that you managed to get that to work, but that feels like the kind of thing that we should really check in on.
I can probably just go back whenever I feel like it, and I probably will at some point.
Yeah, just to make sure that she's still cool, because from if I remember your book report on Strahd's diary, he started out okay and then kind of went mad over the years.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll check in on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that the Vistani will. Well, maybe they won't. Who knows? But yeah,
Wasn't the Vistani thing just with Strahd?
Reminder that, for Dan, the Vistani actually left after the assault of Castle Ravenloft because they had suffered too many losses, and they're like, we're out. We're leaving.
That's fair.
So they weren't part of the attack on Azalin. And they are no longer hanging out in Barovia right now.
they left Barovia, but we'll be able to check in on them. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I didn't mean to cut you off. Anything else to tell?
Well, not a whole lot. I guess I said goodbye to my mother, which was a bit emotional, but at the end of the day, we won, and I think we can be really proud of what we accomplished there. And I think I finally understand what my oath means now. It's not vengeance for the sake of personal grudges, it's vengeance for the sake of the masses, for the people who need it the most. It's not my vengeance I need to take.
Wow. I mean, fuck, our story is gonna sound real dumb in comparison.
Yeah, I think I mentioned I cheated at cards. That's... Well, no, that's not entirely that. I did meet my dad, too, so...
Oh, yeah!
Two big things.
That's huge! That's a big deal! That's so cool!
We got a cat. And
Oh, we got a cat!
Riley brings out Socks.
Yeah, Socks, who is like just this fluffy ball, and is
Fucking
like squirming in your
four
arms.
Motherfuckers in this goddamn
Something
party.
started to say something about Adele, and then they bring out the cat, and she's like, no, the cat's pretty great. Yeah, that's good.
What else did we do? Oh, we met this old motherfucker. He was great. Croker, he was awesome.
He was fun.
He was very fun. He was like an old...
ruined my crocodile leather. I'll never forgive him for it, but otherwise he was great to have around.
Yeah. What else did we do? I think we prevented a snake cult from doing some snake cult things at some point. Nothing too involved or serious about that, I think we just go ahead.
I think it's fair to say that we only delayed it, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean, we
that
did
probably
something.
wasn't going to work anyway. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they have 2 moons in the Serpentiles. That fucked me up for a little bit. I was like ready to start renting like
Many
2
moons.
different... Yeah, I was like renting 2 different moon charts to trying to figure out where the fuck they lined up so I could like plan out what days I would just need to like
hey,
call
how
in
does your
sick.
calendar work? That's going
I
to haunt
don't
me now.
know.
Never mind. I never
Yeah.
said that. I don't care.
We have a complex calendar in the Snake Party / Fang Gang.
We went to a bathhouse.
I
That was
can't
nice.
follow it.
Yeah, the bathhouse was nice. This one, he points at Zelfine, falls the fuck asleep when she's comfortable in a bathhouse.
I fucking
This is
told
terrible.
you I didn't want to get in the fucking bath, but who made me do it?
Something tells me she wasn't comfortable.
No, she dude,
No, it
she
was
out.
it was
Nah.
fucking amazing. That's
Oh,
why I
the
didn't
tea!
want to do it.
The tea! Zelfine, the tea shop!
Oh yeah, there was this tea shop with this like really, really cute tabaxi lady running it.
Yeah, she was pretty cute. She didn't like
Yeah.
me.
Well,
She didn't like me because I wanted to order coffee.
You stink like a wet dog, so I mean.
Wait, why did you order
offense.
coffee in a tea shop?
I don't know.
I went in with perfect tea shop etiquette and purchased a
metric
lot
fuck
of tea.
ton, a fuck
lot
ton
of
of tea. I think.
A lot of tea.
I
I
think-
have a magic bag now that'll hold a bunch of stuff, and it kind of scares me. But I have 2 large like burlap sacks of tea in there, so that I guess that works out.
She likes you for sure.
I got into potion and poison making and cooking. That was cool. Well, no, I didn't actually. Not any poison making, just antitoxin. That's the thing that I made. Forgot the name of it.
You gotta know
Um,
how poisons work to make antitoxins, so that makes sense.
Yeah. What else did we do? We rescued a cat who might have been a lich. That cat was a lich,
What?
right?
Riley's
That
never
cat,
mentioned,
that cat was
uh,
totally a lich. Professor Jingles.
I don't think Riley mentioned that the cat talked.
Yeah,
to her.
Riley's the only one who knows that the cat talked to her.
She chose to ignore it.
And that could mean literally anything if a random cat psychically sends a thought into your head. That could mean literally anything. You don't know.
I had a
Oh,
brief
no.
stint as a masked wrestler. That was
Cool
fun.
outfits for everybody. We went to
You
a
did?
ball.
We did
We
go to a
did.
ball. We nearly got murdered at a ball. That was
Yeah. It was great.
Their
You met
crab
the-
cakes were on point though. First time I'd ever had crab. Not bad.
Oh right, there was a fuck ton of crab.
Far
Croker,
too many crabs.
Croker bought all that crab, right? Like he bought it
yeah,
with the crew, I
he
think.
did.
He bought a
And
lot
I
of
love
crab.
crabs. Oh, I also have a pet crab.
You what?
I have a pet crab. His name is Sheldon.
I demand to see him at once.
Well, he's at my house.
You have a
And-
house?
Yeah, I live with my brother in an apartment in Waterdeep.
Go in here then. Let's go there.
What?
Let us see your
Okay.
house. Tomorrow though.
Not very big.
That's okay. I mean, I lived in a shack in the mountains, man.
I mean, if you don't want us to see your house, that's fine. I mean, I get it.
I mean,
Yes,
I wouldn't mind you guys seeing my house.
Oh, we also Zelphine, your pet, your snake, your dad's snake.
Oh yeah, I have Party. And she's gonna reach into the little pouch, the party pouch, and pull out this little green snake with big eyes.
It looks right at Eamon and does a big yawn
Oh, it's
and,
so cute.
and tilts its head.
I didn't get any pets.
Already your own pet.
Yeah, I'm my own best friend.
I've had Sheldon for like a couple years now. He doesn't do much, but I don't think crabs can die of old age, so he just kind of chills there.
I feel that. Party's apparently magic. Don't ask me what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
He's a snake. Lives in a pouch.
We can do funky things now, but that's like
And
not
lo-
important. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. He might talk to me one day. I don't know. Adele didn't really explain, and I didn't ask.
Yeah, your
Let's
dad was
wait and
cool.
see.
You kept getting Zelphine kept getting like she looks just like her dad, right? She kept
Yeah,
getting like
crazy.
everybody thought that she was like a fan or like a what do they call that?
Yeah, they told me I was
Cossport.
cosplaying. I just kind of rolled with it because it let me have my ears out.
Cosplaying.
I don't know.
Sounds like a
Man,
silly
people
thing
in
to
these
do.
Serpent Isles sound fucking weird.
But my dad's apparently a big time hero there, so that's neat. It's not intimidating at all.
The lady at the store said that cosplay stands for costume play, and lots of actors go out into the streets dressed as the characters that they play in the plays to get people to go to the plays. And Olive says all this and then picks up another cookie and shoves it in her mouth.
That sounds right.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
We never went to the theater, did we?
No,
No,
it's
we missed
fine.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some weird thing with like elves being super rare there, even though we met like what 10 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
She got more weird looks than I did.
yeah, it was kind of odd. But eventually, I just kind of like played into the being this cosplayer of Adele, and like nobody knew he was an elf, but like some kids leaked it at some point, and they thought it was this weird conspiracy theory. So I don't know. Everybody just thought I was weird, which works for me.
Oh, we also had the thing with that mirror. Remember? The mirror that we found in Barovia?
Oh yeah,
mirror.
we managed to somehow shove that into this bag as well, and that's how we got back to this place.
Yeah, Argenvost, I think, had it. In the upper floors, the mirror, where you found that elf lady Mia, I think.
Yeah, Mia. We met her. She was with my dad.
Yeah, she was cool.
Cool.
Hey, Dr. Webbs was probably on drugs, right?
But
What do you mean probably? He was openly on drugs.
I just didn't want to judge him, you know, like...
Did you get any
there's
from
no
him?
judgment, he just was. No, we did not, Eamon. Come on now.
It's been a while, okay? Barovia is very stressful, and they don't have any cannabis there.
He was on that hard fading stuff, and you know I don't. No, I do not.
Advisor from Eamon of Barovia. Very stressful.
No weed. 0 of 10. Would not recommend. Also vampires.
Everyone knows that vampires are truly allergic to cannabis and not garlic. That's why there's no cannabis in Barovia.
Dude, that would just... I would fucking laugh my ass off. So yeah, that's basically the whole story. I missed you guys a lot.
In 2 years.
Well, believe it or not, we missed you too, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine what your 2 years were to, compared to our week and a half.
If
but
I see a bat now, I start hyperventilating.
That's fair.
Very fair.
There's a couple of bats that live in some of the bell towers in Waterdeep, but they don't really fucks with people.
I'm not gonna go to the bell towers then.
Yeah,
Don't
let's
go
not
to the
go
bell
there,
towers
then.
and you're fine.
I don't
It's a
want to go
silly
to the bell
place.
towers.
No.
Instead, we gotta go to this guy's place.
Yeah, we gotta go see your apartment. Oh, you mean the other guy. Oh, that asshole.
Oh, yeah, the other, yeah, the guy that you don't like.
Is there
Perseverance.
You mean
perseverance?
His name
Yes?
was the literal word. It's not even
Wait,
a name.
wait. We talking about like a bit of a gut, blue tiefling?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh my
What?
god.
You know him?
We're pretty close friends, actually.
Nice.
Oh, of course you are.
Okay.
Well, you can at least tell us he's not actually a cultist, is he?
No, he's not a cultist, but Zelphine, there's probably something important I should tell you.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
In private. Like, super private.
Okay.
Do you want
Eamon's
us
gonna,
to-
like, stand up and pull Zelphine aside. He's basically gonna take her to the corner and start whispering to her. Percy's been tracking the Viper for years.
I mean, define tracking. I figure most watchmen were after me at this point.
Obsessively. He has like a cork board with a bunch of pins sticking out of it and everything.
Well, that's just fucking great, Eamon. We're supposed to go to his house. He apparently knows Riley's brother that she didn't even know that she had.
Riley has a brother?
Yeah, we're guessing. I mean, you apparently know this guy. Would he just lie about that?
No, he never lies.
I mean, other than the fact that he was wearing a cultist robe when we met him, which is why I asked you the question I asked.
When he's undercover, he lies, but that's different.
Yeah, sure, I'm totally think he would be completely straightforward and truthful with a bunch of randos who just appeared into a basement of this abandoned chapel that they're supposed to be doing some kind of cultist ritual to. Eamon, what in the world?
I don't know how to process this.
Okay, so, like, what kind of detective is this guy? We just don't tell him that I'm the Viper, then.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like I just go around announcing it like, hello, world. I've killed a bunch of people.
You better not.
And you know what? It crossed my mind, but now that you've brought it up, I think I might not.
Okay, good. Like, Eamon's just gonna sort of rub his face and then sigh and be like,
Look, I know it's not ideal. None of it's ideal. I did a lot of fucked up stuff that I wish that I hadn't, but we literally got thrown in this guy's path. Riley's got family she didn't even know. Can't just not go.
it'll be okay. Maybe.
I mean, what, worst case scenario, I get arrested. That's, inevitable at this point, so we go, we find out what's going on with Riley's family, we try to stop this nonsense, these people who are still after her.
Okay. Well, I'll support you the whole way.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the tent, who took the stone off of the cultist back in the keep?
I That was Brimstone. Ian just had to go for a bio break.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but that's Brimstone who took the stone. The rest of us went, no, thank you.
Yes.
True.
All right. I'll wait for him to come back then.
That was definitely a moment when you described it, and Shelbs goes, "That's important, and someone better grab it." And Zelfine goes, "I'm not doing it."
Yeah, your inner Zelfine just going, fuck that. I'm not touching that.
No.
Have someone else touch it.
But yeah, I'll cut back to that in a second. But I'll cut back to something else right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, Eamon and Zelfine, can they? I think we'll return to the group now. That's...
yeah, and as you return, you see Sylvia just kind of like right up close to Lucas, a bit too close, and goes, "Man, you got the like song in your heart. You can go through the world tree." All the branches, you need to know the songs. You don't know the songs, do you? And he's like, I don't know all the songs. I know some songs. And
Question: Would Eamon know what Sylvia's talking about, given that he's just learned to play the lute and is also part Vistani?
yeah,
Okay.
you know that specifically the Vistani, how they travel through different planes of existence is by singing songs. They need to know the right song to get into the right place.
Yeah, it's not easy, but they are possible to learn.
Yeah, I don't know any of the songs myself. I use keys. I had a bunch of keys, to go through all the different branches. But, then that lady showed up and she took some of my best keys.
Which lady?
Which lady?
Oh, she was she tried to be my apprentice to learn how to work in the circus. She was blonde, had this big hat, and freckles. And she points herself and kind of like those freckles. She took all my best keys.
Do you remember what her name was?
Loranda Songsteel. There was a song
That's
in her
Songsteel.
name.
You got it right the first time.
Ah, that one. Yeah. You know her. She wasn't very nice.
No, she wasn't.
Wow.
Hadn't
I'm
seen
sure
her,
it
was-
so
it's
couldn't
almost
help
as
you
if
with
this-
that.
It's almost as if this universe has a way to intrinsically tie our tragic backstories together.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I sure am full from that soup. I think we should go and pitch our tents. Or whatever we're going to do next.
You can rest here if you want, or I can set aside some land next to it if you really want to pitch your own tents.
I think we probably want to set aside our own thing just so, if we need to get up before you in the morning, we're not, bothering anybody. If we need to, vamoose, if, somebody happens across us that, they need us for something, because it seems like everybody wants something from us now.
She tilts her head. I don't sleep so you wouldn't bother me.
Let's go pitch our tents! Brim has been cleaning up all of his cooking shit, and is very hurriedly making his way out. Hey, man, let's go for a walk!
Zelfine, with her 8 remaining hit points, had started to say, I don't mind using this to... Oh, no, we're going... Okay, alright, I can pitch a tent. That's a thing I can do. And she'll get up and get her stuff.
You all go on ahead. I will, I'm going to stay a little bit and talk to, Sylvia about something. Lucas says, and, picks, Olive up and goes, would one of you watch her for a little bit?
I can take her for a while.
Yay.
Hey, Lucas, just let us know if there's any threads you're going to seize, alright?
Alright. I'll let you know.
I very hurriedly make my way out of the tent.
Zelfine will scoop
Eamon,
Olive
come-
up and...
Eamon, come for a walk with me.
Okay.
Sorry, I cut you off, Shelms, go ahead.
It's fine. Zelfine's gonna scoop Olive up and, kind of head in that same direction, not following immediately after them, going much less hurriedly. It's getting late in the day and she's tired and very hurt.
Yeah, and like as you get like out of earshot, she like puts her head on your chest and looks up at you and goes, "The dream I had about Theo wasn't all bad. He was happy for a bit. Some of it was sad, but some of it was happy. If that makes you feel any better."
Well, there you go. I mean, we've still got the unfortunate task of missing him, but I mean, it sounds like things are going pretty alright wherever he is, so. And I mean, who knows, from the sounds of it, we may find a way to see him again, but I don't know, that's all magical bullshit, and you know how I feel about that.
Yeah. It's very complicated. It hurts my head.
It's very, very complicated, and I try not to mess with it too much.
I saw him sitting with a man that was a tiefling. And he was older, had gray salt and pepper hair, and they were watching the sunset together. And I saw Theo smile.
Well, there you go. That's one good use for the dream. Whenever you get sad and think about how much you miss him, just remember what that looked like.
I'm gonna miss him a lot, though. He fixed my hair better than Lucas does.
Precious.
Well, I can braid hair. I can't do much with it before then, but
Can you give me braids?
yeah, I'm sure I can work on that. And she'll go take Olive somewhere, wherever they're off to the side of the camp or wherever they're gonna set up their tents, and she'll get to work braiding her hair and picking out some of the feathers and braiding some of them back into the hair.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Riley, as you left the tent, yes, was it Socks is like just fully puffed up. I kind of described this earlier, but she is like all like freaked out, big puffy, as she like was watching Sylvia the whole time. And as you leave, she like comes back down into no longer a big fluff ball.
Okay, babe. It's alright. Don't freak out.
Can I pet your cat?
Of course you can, Eamon.
I want to pet the cat.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Boy, the hits start coming and they don't stop coming, huh?
You gotta hit
Eamon
that
is
ground
like
running.
absolutely petting this cat just so much.
Yes.
Paying the heck out of this cat.
Cat loves it.
Now
So
she's all
sorry.
relaxed now.
Sorry for freaking out.
You doing alright, though?
Well, I just got a little wigged out given all the things that seem to be perfectly aligned to get us all involved in all this different bullshit, and also the fact that Amy is in the company of a fucking dragon.
Wait, what?
That lady was a dragon.
Huh. That explains a few things.
Trust me, Amy,
Brim. I think you need some glasses.
Riley, my
That
nose
was
doesn't-
not.
Riley, my
right.
nose doesn't need glasses. Riley, I've been in the clutches of a black dragon who was staring me down ready to eat me. I know what dragon smells like, Riley.
That dragon seemed pretty nice.
Still a dragon.
Anybody here speak Draconic? Maybe we talk to her in her native language. She'll be more, cognizant.
Unless we be blowing her cover, in which case she decides to go say fuck it and eat us.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't do that.
I don't... Listen, I'm sorry. Dragons are one of those things that, like, I can't bullshit my way past, you know?
But fair.
Maybe you gotta bullshit harder.
Eamon, look at me and tell me you think I need to bullshit harder.
Good point. Anyways, you might want to read that book.
Yeah. Anyway, that aside, oof, we have a lot of things on our plate. Again.
We do.
Yeah.
And not all of them are in the same place, annoyingly.
Well, I think it's best we just rest up for the night and then head to wherever we need to go next.
One thing at a time.
Zelfine, how... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I can get us back to Waterdeep from here, no problem, but, if it's not too much, I do have a bit of a detour to make first. It's not completely out of the way. Waterdeep is a little bit to the southwest of here, and I just need to hit... Just due south for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, where I would want to go would be taking us all the way fucking north, so, like, you're totally good. And by the way, I'm not planning on heading to Devil's Aegis anytime soon. It's on the list, you know.
Yeah, and this'll be a really, really quick trip. It's just, something I shouldn't put off any longer than I need to.
Do you need us to... Do you want us to come with you, or is that something you need?
I mean, yeah, you can come with. There's no sense in making you wait here or go ahead without a guide or anything. I can get us to Waterdeep. I just need a little bit of time in the forest.
Not to dig up more old stuff to do with the Sword Coast, but how badly do you want to pursue that student of our gracious host?
Not at all, personally.
To the point of avoiding any and all contact?
I mean, if she crosses our path, it is what it is. We've got a lot of stuff happening in that regards, that whether we have any say in it or not, but I personally don't feel the need to go after her myself.
Okay.
I get the feeling that, you know, with the mention of those keys and things, someone else might have some interest in that. I don't know. I don't really have much memory of her using those things. I vaguely remember her talking about something like that. I don't know. When I was around, we just toured the Sword Coast, so I don't know anything beyond that. But I'm assuming, you know, whatever this nonsense is, my dad's in a different plane of existence. I guess this is how.
Yeah, you can't go ask Dad for help. When, you know, you ever do that thing when one parent, you know, says something you don't like and you go talk to the other.
I mean, I guess I technically could ask Dad, you know, with the stone or whatever, but in this situation it wouldn't matter too much because I don't really give a fuck what she says. So
Go ahead.
I just have the one parent whose opinion matters if he has one. I don't know.
Don't think I've ever really been to Waterdeep. I've been around the area, but I don't think I've ever been in the city proper.
I mean, you know me, I'd want to say it's nothing special, but regardless of all the bad blood between the city and me, it's one of the better places I've been. I mean, Baldur's Gate's a shithole, so Daggerford is alright, it's pretty run-of-the-mill. Waterdeep's got a little bit of everything. Neverwinter would be nice, but it's too fucking cold up there, but...
I mean,
for me, you might like that,
yeah.
But it's not for me. I don't know, they call it the City of Splendors, and that sounds stupid, but it's not far off.
Do you think we'll be safe?
Safe might be pushing it.
Maybe not with all the other shit, but like just in the city.
in the city, just in general, with like your run-of-the-mill townspeople, I'll put it this way: with as many colorful people as we get in Waterdeep, the weirdest looks you're gonna get are gonna be because you're fucking tall as fuck, and that's gonna be a passing glance. So
Yeah,
there's that at least.
Waterdeep tends to be pretty accepting.
That's good.
Although,
Riley, how you feeling?
Riley?
Oh, it's a lot to process, you could say.
It's an
That
understatement.
I didn't know about. Apparently, this group is bigger than I thought. I think there's a lot to think about. Also, I haven't been to Waterdeep either, so that's gonna be fun.
You've never been to Waterdeep?
Oh,
No,
I don't think so.
No, I picked her up in Daggerford. We were headed that way, but mist being what it is.
Where were we aiming? Because you and I met in a town further north than that, I think. I think just some random town in the middle of nowhere, if I recall.
Some podunk village or whatever. I don't remember the name.
Some podunk village.
Podunkistan.
Well, no, I'm just laughing because you sent a whole pack of werewolves and one vampire lady to. I hope you made it clear to them that it amounted to nothing more than a couple of burnt out husks.
Oh, don't worry. That was pretty clear.
Okay.
Just that, there should be a bit of a groundwork. I assume there was a fresh source of water since there were people living there.
I mean, most of the people who lived there were demons or devils, so...
Okay, well, I really hope I didn't just send them all to their death.
Well, I mean, we definitely had water. I don't know if it was what you would call the most palatable.
I hope I didn't send those guys to their death.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Cut to the Order of the Moon. It's just skeletons everywhere.
Oh, God.
I mean, there was a vampire I knew who lived there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, so he was. Oh, I mean, he was fine. So at least
I don't care how nice he was. I don't want to see another vampire for as long as I live.
I mean, Aemond, he died, so
Okay, well, I apologize.
You're good. Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, they made it for that long in Barovia, so it's not like they're new to harsh conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Got each other. I think they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I do still want to check up on them, and I do want to, when we put into Waterdeep, I want to see if I can check in any of the temples or anything. I think I could use a little bit more information about lycanthropy as it stands in the Sword Coast, and also some stuff about the moon. Because I don't know, I feel like given the whole situation where I am with the moon, I could use somebody with a little bit more knowledge about the moon.
Very true.
I mean, you could always visit a temple of Saloon.
That's the
Is that the big silvery looking one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the temples, I just see them.
I usually get run well. I haven't been into a lot of temples either.
I was gonna say, you're not really gonna get run out of any here unless, you start some shit, but...
I think we have enough shit that's already started.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So Irina is the new Dreadlord, or is it Dreadlord anymore?
Dread Lady.
I guess, is Dread the right adjective for that?
New Friend Lord.
There you go.
She's the new Countess. That's what they're called, the Count and Countess.
Right, that was the title she took, and Eamon would have known that this whole time.
Well, there you go. That sounds a lot better than Dread Lady. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be down for that, but I don't think Irina wants to be a Dread Lady.
Dread
It
Lady's
doesn't-
like a dreadnought. Big.
You're already a dread lady, Zelphine.
You're damn right I am.
You damn right.
How about I make you some tea, Zelphine? Just the way you like it.
Oh.
If you remember, old man.
I remember.
I'm gonna go pitch some tents and then go check on Lucas.
Yeah. As you start...
I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can continue.
As you start pitching the tent, Brimstone, you took the stone off of one of the cultists. You hear from the stone a voice. Justice, Mr. Booker says you're dead. Is this true? I'll know if you're lying to me.
I'm going to reply in Infernal. And I'm going to say in the raspiest, graveliest voice I can, your cultists were weak.
You don't hear anything back. But can I get you to make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. I don't remember who was who. I might have fucked this up real bad. Oh, Jesus. Not good. Roll the 2.
Cool. Then you get no reply, and it just is silent.
I wasn't technically lying.
Yep, you weren't lying. But the night is silent as you continue to put the tents up.
Back.
All right.
Fast forward to next day, or
Depends on if anybody has any conversations left. You wanted to go check on Lucas still, Brimstone?
Yeah. If anybody else has anything else to do before then, I've fucked things up quite well enough.
what happened?
I am so sorry. I totally forgot that that's the story that we had.
What was the story?
He had a stone that he pulled off a cultist. The stone had a thing to say. He responded, and then he had to roll a wisdom save. I won't say for what. It's not important.
Oh, dear.
Don't worry about it.
I think the story he's referring to is that the blue idiot we met, his cover was that the summoning failed, and that there were no randos in the chapel who might have collected that stone.
Yep.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Yeah, that is on Ian as a person. I totally forgot that. I apologize.
To be fair, I forgot too.
I feel so bad.
Oh, Blue Boy's in
For
trouble.
Dan, the
It'll be fine.
what the stone said was, Justice, Mr. Booker says you're dead. Is that true? I'll know if you're lying.
Oh dear.
And Brimstone responded with, your cultists were weak in Infernal.
I choked, okay?
And now the stone is silent.
Oh dear.
Dear. But yeah, other than that, Riley doesn't really have anything else to do, so.
Okay. Yeah, and the sun has set down beyond the horizon and the stars start to come out, and it is a blanket of beautiful diamond stars just covering the entire sky. And you hear the gentle waves of the river to the north, right next to the fishing village, as people from the village are exploring the circus and people are chattering into the night. And Lucas comes out of the tent, and Sylvia comes up and looks at the stars and does a little spin in place, her long hair flaring out. She goes, "Oh, it's so lovely tonight. Look at all of Papa's stars. They're so gorgeous." And Lucas comes over to you all and picks Olive up, who is kind of half fallen asleep at this point with braids in her hair from Zelphine. And he looks at you all and goes, "She knows how to get to Zant. But it was one of the keys that Loranda's song stole."
Cool, so we'll have to get it back from Loranda.
Do those? I'll ask her about that tomorrow.
You don't have to go with me. I intend to stay with them. She might know how to track down... He kind of glances at Zelphine. Loranda. You don't have to go see her.
Lucas, I just want to let you know that you were so helpful in Barovia, and I didn't really know a whole lot of my family when I was growing up, at least not on my mother's side, and you're the best cousin that someone could ever ask for.
He gives you a small smile. I would have loved to have grown up with you in the camp.
It would have been nice.
Lucas. Before you go, I made you a promise and I intend to keep it. If there's any way that I can help track down this, I'll do it.
And I will call on you if I really do need help, but I think Sylvia might be able to help us get in the right direction at least. And I don't want Olive to get into trouble with these cultists, these brotherhoods.
Yeah, I don't want you to get the wrong idea in me thinking that finding Theo isn't pressing, because it absolutely is. But with these cultists summoning demons, we have no idea what we're really getting into here. With Loranda, I mean, as far as I remember from being a kid, she's not exceptionally dangerous other than in her cunning. And, you know, if you know that going in, if you know what to expect from her, then you've already got an upper hand.
Wait, is Zelphine telling the whole party this?
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry, I forget if Eamon actually knows that Zelphine is Loranda's Zelphine's mother.
I'm pretty sure it's come up at some point.
I think it came up between them way back when we met Jitana, because I know we definitely had a conversation about Zelphine's mom stealing their cart.
Right.
Yeah.
But Zelphine will say, whatever it is we're going into, it's not a place for Olive or for you, to be quite honest.
Yes, and your mother may be tricky, but I am also tricky. I am a raven, and before then, I made my living being tricky. If it will get me closer back to Theo, then I'm afraid this might be where we part ways. We will spend the night. And we will have a big teary goodbye tomorrow, but for now we will rest.
Can I make one... Oh, go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Riley was like just gonna still give them a big ol' hug anyway, and she's like kind of teary-eyed and goes like, "Oh, I'm so happy that you're able to find him, though. That's so good. That's great news." She just squeezes them.
Well, we know where to start, at least. I would love to have you all along, but I also do not want to take you from your path right now. I think it is important.
Can I make one request to you? One selfish request?
Of course.
Before you go, wherever you're going to go, with whatever way you can, take Olive and see your mother.
Olive kind of like stops and like looks at Brimstone and looks up at Lucas and goes, "Mama? You said Mama's dead." No, I didn't want to tell you that Strahd was keeping her in the castle. We will see her again. Oh, okay. I will tell you about it later. And he like gives her a little kiss on the forehead. I'll tell you all about her.
You're really not good at keeping secrets, Brimstone, are you?
Brimstone will look at Eamon dead in the eyes and say, about this kind of thing, no, I'm terrible at keeping secrets about family.
Well, your heart's in the right place. That's the important thing.
Well, as I said, we should spend at least one more night together. Now that we have Eamon back, it would be nice.
I'll tell you in a little bit more detail about what happened.
Oh, please.
And then he's gonna start strumming his lute again.
Oh, good lord.
Good.
Rah, 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 dear.
And I think that's where we'll end today's session. On that brilliant note.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Very good.
Thank you all. Goodbye.
Oh, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.